Hello, everyone. It's Kim.
And Robert.
Before we return to the world of shadows and the smoke, we'd like to ask for your help in fighting a real-world threat that is harming our community.
47 million Americans are facing food insecurity and are losing access to vital support like SNAP.
From November 24th through December 21st, Kitten Marlowe is proud to be partnering with other podcasters and creators to fundraise on behalf of Feeding America, a nationwide independent secular hunger relief organization.
Through a network of over 200 food banks and 60,000 food pantries and meal programs, Feeding America provides meals to tens of millions of people facing hunger each year.
Including me on several occasions through my life. I have relied upon food pantries and food banks, and so I'm really happy and proud to have the opportunity to support and fundraise for Feeding America.
Every dollar raised provides up to 10 meals through Feeding America.
And the donation link and more information can be found in this episode's show notes. Thank you so much for helping podcasters fight hunger.
And now, Shadows in the Smoke.
Shadows in the Smoke is intended for mature audiences and may contain material that some people find disturbing. Please see the episode description for content warnings and listen with care. Mr. Lloyd, the Limehouse lurker, pulls you through this puddle of blood, and for several long seconds, you see nothing. You only hear the sound of your heartbeat in your ears and feel blood pouring into your nose, through your mouth, along your airways. And then, blissfully, your lungs meet fresh air. Well, not quite fresh. Stale. It takes a few seconds for your eyes to adjust to your new location. It is dim in here, but looking around, you can tell that you are somewhere beneath London itself, lost in the catacombs underneath the city. And then you see the small form of the lurker standing next to you, waiting patiently for you to get your bearings. I think a little pleased with itself, looking at the state of you after your travel. Mayhaps the journey was prolonged for the lurker's own amusement. It asks what I do. I feed and I call. It sort of quirks its head at you, like how you call.
It's really the feeding I'm more concerned with.
For now, little rabbit, but others will come and others will feed.
See, now that's a bit of a problem. I don't suppose there's any way I can get you to stop that, is there? No, don't answer that, I understand being a creature of a certain nature. Some have said the same thing about me. I can't expect you to change who you are overnight. These others, they will do the same damage that you've been doing.
Oh, yes.
See, now that I can't abide. I'm not a fan of those who make their living harming the weak and defenseless, draining the lifeblood of a civilization. Whether they be aristocrats or vampires, they're not my favorites.
It's not long now, little rabbit. And it starts running through the catacombs of London. And as it does, a thick swarm of bats all come screeching and screaming past you. That is a clue for the Limehouse lurker. Let's go back to the boy tour. Cass, Gianni, an Italian temple, olive-skinned and breathtaking. How do we know Gianni is having the time of his life?
Gianni was radiant that evening, as if the gaslights themselves bent toward him. Laughter spilled from his throat with the easy confidence of someone entirely at home in his own skin. The tavern's smoky air seemed to clear around him. Even the captain's hardened crew couldn't help but smile in his presence. When music struck up, Gianni was first to rise, drawing others with him into a dance, moving from sailor to sailor, peppering each with kisses, a sheen of sweat breaking across dirty skin, his eyes never leaving Captain Broadmoor's. He spoke Italian in teasing tones, and upon reaching the captain, swirled a seductive finger through his curling chest hair. Gianni pulled the captain to his feet, smiling as they slow danced amongst the throng.
Mr. Hutchinson and Ms. Thanero.
Sister Charlotte is still pleasuring herself, and Ina walks over to her and grabs her by the chin and looks her straight in the eye. Do not place your eyes upon this man ever again, or I shall rob you of that oh-so-precious sight, robbing you still further of your ability to look upon the masterwork and achieve your highest place. Now get out.
And so she does.
She turns back to Mr. Hutchinson. All right, dog, let's go talk to your demon. And she walks off in the direction of the wine cellar, leaving him to hobble along behind her.
With his tail between his fucking legs. Mr. Hutchinson was absentmindedly fingering his chest hair, and at that tone switch from Ina drops, and something in being commanded by a goddess like that triggers something in him to oblige, but something about being spoken to by another person like that rankles his humors. Is because I made that comment about Eric Tanius?
No, it's more so about the varied company you keep.
I meant what you made her do. Is that just something you enjoy?
I like to watch.
You don't like to participate?
Watching is a form of participation.
You know what I meant. Is it that you choose not to or that you can't?
She does not answer because she does not have to in this moment. She's gonna let him wonder. And she walks through the door of the wine cellar and across the scattered summoning circle from when they rebound this demon, and leans against the wall with her arms crossed next to where the demon is housed in the wall. Come along then. You've got some questions to ask, don't you?
Is she visible?
I left her with her face out, if memory serves.
Hutchinson looks toward Ina and looks back at the face on the wall, removes the little black book from his coat pocket. Sorry to disturb your slumber, but I have some questions for you.
You hear a voice whisper, "Ask."
Fingers the pages of the book, trying to narrow in on the exact wording, knowing too many stories about how this could go awry. What exactly is it that Brathwaite wants with me?
Mr. Hutchinson, demonic insight reads as follows. When you have the darkened threshold marked and seek answers about someone's darkest desires by consulting a demon anchored in this world, roll with sensitivity. Trying to see if Most Beloved is at play. It probably is. You're talking with a demon.
I took this girl's corpse as one of my personal corners items after that threat, so I'll mark it to make it straight.
Sounds good to me.
5 and 1 is 6, but plus 1 is 7. I'm okay. Now I'm glad I took that sensitivity. I was miffed earlier. Now I'm happy.
All right. So on a 7 to 9, you will receive an answer, which can come in the form of a clue at the keeper's discretion. But on a 7, you must perform a minor blasphemous act in order to receive your answer. We'll find out what that is shortly. Mr. Lloyd.
The swarm of bats passes over Morgan and disappears, and he is no longer there, having himself vanished down some unknown doorway. But his voice lingers, calling after the lurker. I see you have old magics. That should make this a bit more interesting. And wherever the lurker had run off to, Morgan rounds a corner and steps in front of him.
It vanishes.
It does a great deal more than that. So, it seems like you and I aren't going to get out of this without someone's blood being spilled. I want you to remember that when the time comes. I gave you an exit, and you didn't take it. So I guess my last question for you, before things come to that, and in this moment, for just a flash, as though another image has been superimposed upon him. Morgan appears so much larger than he ever has, a towering figure, bedecked in black armor made of beetle shells, an enormous cloak with a hood, and underneath that hood, a faceplate, pitch dark, resembling nothing more than the darkness of a new moon. What is it you're afraid of?
This ancient being looks at you, briefly cowed, but then it maintains its composure. It would walk with me, and starts walking again down the catacombs.
Morgan follows, no fear or hesitation whatsoever in his step.
There is a legend of my kind, that we were once the beloved servants of the sun. Cursed we were, cursed to never look on his shining face again. His beloved children, left to the darkness. And as the lurker walks with you, they gesture upwards, and you see that there is a small shaft of moonlight from a hole at the top of the catacombs that has been patched over with bits of wood, bits of cloth, an attempt to make this passageway entirely unreachable by the sun. That is a clue for the Limehouse lurker. Miss Douglas, the audition continues, and now you're at a Christmas Eve party. Your wings have vanished, and now you're in the simple dress of Clara, the protagonist of The Nutcracker. You are dancing in the arms of your godfather, Drosselmeyer. But as you are spun in this grand pas de deux, you realize that the performer portraying Drosselmeyer is none other than Theodora Brathwaite. Come, child. I have a gift for you.
Maisie, for the first time, stumbles a little bit. How are you? Are you also auditioning?
Shh. Child, we must all dance our parts.
Right. Maisie keeps dancing.
Theodora Brathwaite goes over to the large Christmas tree and picks out a gift wrapped in sapphire blue wrapping paper. Natalia, what is inside? This will be a clue for the Nutcracker.
Okay. If anyone has any thoughts, also please throw them my way.
I have a pitch, but it's not Nutcracker related specifically.
That's okay.
The dude, when you were coming out of the water, hit a flintlock in your face, right?
Yeah, he had a pistol in my face. I did want to make it about myself, but if it's a Nutcracker, maybe, Because that, I feel like that does play into the, like, how does the Royal Ballet train its featured dancers with violence and, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I know exactly what it's going to be. Maisie pulls the sapphire ribbon slowly off the box and opens it to find inside a very familiar pistol, still smoking, but instead of the smell of gunpowder and gun smoke, it smells distinctly of pine.
Let's make our final trip down Madame Morvaine's boy tour. T. Thomas, a rather plain young man, barely a man, really, who is clean and able. How do we know Thomas is doing this out of desperation?
On his last night in port, Captain Flint has one starred entry in this guidebook. The reason he came to London in the first place, and the reason he made sure that his ship stayed for 3 nights. For he's not interested in the soft, perfumed flesh, nor in the statuesque beauties, or even the oiled bacchanals that London has to offer. But he takes a night walk to a pine forest outside of the city limits, where Thomas Delaware, once Tomas de la Guerra, lives on his own in a small cottage. He came over after the Mexican-American War and is, like any immigrant, ostracized. He barely speaks English, but those who do not see that as an impediment value him. For when the full moon rises, he offers something much more primal for the men who seek him out. And as his change begins and his chest hair thickens and he grows into his monstrous lupine form, Flint Broadmoor has never seen anything more beautiful, and the animal musk mixes with the smell of gunpowder as they tangle together beneath the trees. And even as the silver shillings that Captain Broadmoor presses into his hand burn them, Thomas is grateful, for he knows that he will still be able to live whatever life he calls this.
Mr. Lloyd.
Am I correct in believing now that he has given me both answers, the vampire is truly gone, as per the rules?
The vampire could still be present, but won't ask or do anything to you. If you would like them to be gone, they can be.
I think they're gone.
Okay. They have answered your questions, and now they have left, leaving you in the catacombs of London.
Morgan has expelled a great deal of power tonight. It doesn't take it out of him, it doesn't make him feel exhausted, but it is like exercising a muscle you haven't worked in a long time. There is a familiar soreness to it. Alone in this ruined catacomb, possibly older than the city of London itself, Morgan pulls a handkerchief out of his pocket and dabs his brow, stares up at the moon, peeking through the many times patched hole in the ceiling. Right. I'll be with you soon enough, I promise. I've just got some business here that I have to take care of first. And with a subtle gesture of his hand, he opens the ways again and transverses through the hedge back to Hargrave House.
Miss Thanero and Mr. Hutchinson, the demon in the wall, speaks. It seeks answers. I have answers. But first, take of my flesh and eat it.
I don't see where they keep the Eucharist down here.
You are made aware of a small knife that is next to the walled-up demon.
Oh, well, you can't blame me for hoping. Hutchinson ignores the knife, grabs his own from his thigh holster. Do you have any particular part you were willing to part with?
The demon says nothing, only waits.
All right. Out vile jelly, pokes the knife into the eyeball, twists and plops it out, leaving the optic nerve dangling, and in one swift motion, sucks it off the tip of the knife and swallows it down in one.
Is it good?
I'm the one asking questions.
It speaks of the lady in sapphire, her interest in you. You feel the demon's eye now look upon you as well, Miss Thanero. Her interest in all of you. The sapphire woman seeks answers, seeks secrets. She stalks strange creatures coming from America. She sends fleets of ships to follow Ponce de Leon after his fountain, soldiers in search of Gilgamesh's magic plant. The sapphire woman seeks immortality. That is a mastermind clue.
Ooh, spooky.
Evidence that Mrs. Brathwaite has been looking into the possibility of immortality.
Well, I appreciate that. But I was actually asking after her daughter, Tatiana.
Ah, have you not noticed? The young Miss Brathwaite is a skilled hunter, and she knows only to strike when the moment is right.
I'll keep my eyes open then.
Do. You made quite a showing at the Midsummer Masquerade. The young Miss Brathwaite took notice.
Given this, I'm sure she knows where to find me.
The demon just chuckles.
Well then, be seeing ya. I take the other eye and eat it.
We will end with Miss Douglas. Miss Douglas, the scene changes again. The Christmas tree has grown to an enormous size, and a small corps de ballet of children dressed in mouse grays surround you and knight you with a rat mask, cinching it tight around your head. They crown you the Rat King and hand you a sword, and leaping onto the stage is the Nutcracker Prince. It is a tall figure with their lips pulled back and their teeth exposed. None other than the sculptor themselves, who does not hold a sword, but rather a wet set of ice picks. The sculptor bows to you as the music reaches a crescendo and then raises their weapons.
Lord, okay. Maisie is used to being an animal, wearing an animal skin. So this is still comfortable for her. This guy is creepy, though. She does not like him. And she's also gotten the feeling that this is a weird liminal space. Theodora having been here and then suddenly having disappeared, and the gun that she just saw. So she is feeling on edge, and she is feeling defensive, and she raises her saber likewise.
This is going to be a night move.
Mm-hmm.
With vitality.
I do have a question, because I have a personal quarters item that I started writing, and then I clearly haven't finished the sentence, so if you could just remind me, the music box causes what?
A music box inscribed Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairy. The tune it plays, however, is unrecognizable, causing strange dreams and delirious visions.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot you had that. How appropriate.
Yeah, so this dream sequence has already been very strange. And in hearing the music of the Sugar Plum Fairy and all of this other music from the Nutcracker, Maisie thinks back on that music box that she received. Instead of hearing the actual music, starts hearing that strange music that the music box produced and dances to that rhythm instead of the music here. So I'm going to invoke that and roll with advantage.
Go forth. This is a unique night move in which I don't ask you what you're afraid will happen. The stakes of it are known to me, and you will find out.
Oh.
Let's find out.
But let's not.
That's a 12.
All right.
You want to dance?
Let's dance.
Describe your triumph over the Nutcracker Prince. How do you stab the sculptor in this liminal space?
Hearing this ethereal, otherworldly, syncopated tune that the Nutcracker is not privy to because it exists only within Maisie's mind, she dances to a rhythm that he simply cannot keep up with. Her movements are too unpredictable, and she twirls around him in this gray outfit with this rat mask. And she first slices the back of one hand so that he drops one of the ice picks, twirls around him to the other side, catches him by the throat, and angles the blade at his genitals, slightly pushing in to draw blood, and then throws him across the room.
Ms. Douglas, you come to your senses to the sound of rapturous, thunderous applause from Zelia Gagnon and her company, crying, "Bravo! Bravo! A true artist!" And crumpled in the corner, where you had stabbed and thrown her, is Albertina Welk.
I'm not okay. 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 Maisie stands in the glory of this applause, not having realized what's going on behind her. Her heart is beating so fast. She is overwhelmed with joy. She is crying at having felt this magical dream dance and having done it well, having done something she's never danced before so well, and thinks on Albertina, who has told her that she is one of the best dancers and is so excited to tell her how well she did, and turns after taking a bow to leave the stage and sees her in the corner, bloody and unmoving. Everything in her demeanor changes. She is on her knees by her side, trying to hold her, to find life in her. Albertina, I'm so sorry, Albertina.
Albertina says nothing, only lies there, dead and motionless. And then you feel a strong hand on your shoulder. There are always cuts in the audition process. Welcome, child, to the Royal Ballet. I have a question for you, Miss Douglas. How does Zelia and her company welcome you amongst the Royal Ballet? This answer will count as a clue.
Zelia Gagnon, taking the lead, brings Maisie and all the other dancers follow her to a line of ballet shoes, allowing Maisie to choose out her very first pair, officially sanctioned by the ballet. And she finds, when she goes to put them on, that the toes and the soles are lined with shards of glass.
Before we go into the dawn, are you sure you're okay with this, Natalia? Because I can kill another side character.
No, I kind of love it. It feeds very much into her character. It makes me sad. It makes her sad, but it's okay.
Yeah, okay. Welcome to the dawn. What an eventful night.
Wow.
Tell me about it.
How dare you?
So, no threats were resolved today, so we don't have to worry about collecting any rewards. Nor were there any moves that were resolved in the dawn, so let's go immediately to dawn questions. Did the hunters resolve a threat?
Yeah.
No.
No, did not. Let's do that again.
So used to saying yes to that. Did the hunters resolve a threat?
No.
Did the hunters answer a question?
Yay!
Yes.
Did the hunters get an echo in the night?
Yes.
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 Yep.
What were your echoes?
Mine was the sheen of sweat from Anthony, and then the sheen of sweat on the sailors in Gianni's Seen in the Unseen.
Speaking of sheens of sweat, Rabbit mopped his brow with a handkerchief.
I got that one, but I also got the line of slippers from the first Unseen that Robert described and then in the ballet.
I had Augustus playing with his chest hair after it was described in the boy tour.
You also got the pine forest.
I really tried to fit in Eat My Cake and Have It Too to echo the Marie Antoinette, Robert, but I just couldn't do it.
I really wanted to get a humble exterior hiding beauty within, and then I totally forgot to do it.
Miss Thanero, did you express a clear preference for the beautiful over the mundane?
I don't believe that I did.
I don't think so. Did you appear in London society wearing risque or avant-garde fashion?
Forever yes.
Ms. Douglas, did you trust someone with sensitive information despite knowing the risks?
Yeah, I told Albertina about going to jail before she died.
R.I.P.
Before you killed her.
Did you subtly or not so subtly invoke your oceanic heritage or your love for the sea?
Yes, I did do that as well. I'm trying to remember when. I have it checked off, but I can't recall.
I think you did it when you were confronting Mr. Higgins.
Oh, right, yes. Very much using the powers that I have from the ocean.
Mr. Lloyd, did you have a face-to-face encounter with the dark entity?
I did.
And did you perform a ritual?
I did that as well.
Mr. Hutchinson, did you encourage a fellow hunter to let loose for a change?
I encouraged Maisie to take her dancing to the stage.
With disastrous effect.
Oh,
Thanks, man.
We got clues. It's part of the job.
And did you share a treasured memory from the States during an intimate moment with another character?
Yeah, Ina and I had a date, and I told her about fighting vampires with Abraham Lincoln. Senator Lincoln.
Does anyone level up?
I do.
No.
Yeah.
One away.
Ms. Douglas and Miss Thanero, you get to pick advancements.
I am going to increase an ability modifier, and I'm going to boost my sensitivity again. So now it's at 3.
You did have a really supernatural experience today.
Very much so.
Ms. Thanero?
I am going to choose an additional move from my playbook.
Okay.
I am going to take something from the new Undeniable playbook that just came out. I'm going to take the Menagerie.
Ooh.
Describe it.
The Menagerie reads, you have a private room in Hargrave House, down a little used corridor, accessible only with a jeweled brass key tied to a velvet cord. When you take this move, add the jeweled key to your personal quarters and tell the keeper to put the Menagerie in play.
That's all you know?
Oh no, I know so much more.
There is a brand new room available to be explored in Hargrave House, but only Miss Thanero gets the pleasure of exploring it.
Rude, we're never going.
Sucks to suck.
Question about that. Can you do that during the night without it being a Hargrave house?
Yes, she can choose to explore the menagerie while the rest of you all do a London night phase, should you want to.
Tight.
That's kind of cool.
I can't wait to see that room in play, hopefully soon. Before we leave each other, hunters, I have one more scene to show you today.
Is it nice?
No, probably not.
Travel with me, if you will, to the darkened streets of Limehouse. We see Jenny Johnston locking up the opium den for the evening and beginning the short walk home. She pauses in her promenade, clears her throat a bit. Odd. Something in her stomach, perhaps. She walks further, and then pauses again, and nearly swoons against a brick wall. And then Jenny Johnston doubles over, as a small pair of hands emerge from her abdomen and rip her open from the inside, and stepping out through her body is the Limehouse lurker, who begins to feed on the body of Jenny Johnston. Moments pass before we hear the sizzle of burning flesh as a silver chain is thrown over the Limehouse lurker, and they are bundled into a carriage. Travel with me once again to the genteel country seat of Mrs. Theodora Brathwaite. Young men in dark clothes pull the lurker, shrieking and kicking, onto the well-manicured lawn of Theodora Brathwaite. We see the Sapphire Woman herself step out of her immense mansion, wearing a sapphire blue dressing gown. Wordlessly, she crosses to the men, hands them both several thick banknotes. Tell Mr. Higgins to treat my guests with a bit more care next time. Off you go. And they depart in the carriage. Gently, Mrs. Brathwaite lifts the silver chain off of the Limehouse lurker. My apologies for the rude introduction. I believe that you and I might be able to help each other. You were growing a bit cramped in Limehouse. Those hunters were hot on your trail. I could provide you a safe haven. I welcome you into my home. I have heard rumblings of others of your kind, drawn to your ancient power. I would give you all safe haven. She holds up one slim finger. In exchange for one thing. The lurker rises, looks at her. Name it. I wish to see a demonstration of your wonderful gift. The lurker moves towards her, baring its fangs. And again, Mrs. Theodora Brathwaite raises a hand in pause. Not on me. Teddy, would you come outside, dear? And we see the dapper boy, dressed in blue night clothes, walking out onto the lawn of Brathwaite Hall. Mrs. Theodora Brathwaite does not address him at all. Instead, she continues to look at the lurker. I have brought you, O Ancient One, a gift. Show me how you make others of your kind. And quick as lightning, the vampire leaps upon the dapper boy. Hunters, the Limehouse lurker is no longer able to be resolved. The lurker is now a servant of Theodora Brathwaite.
Shadows in the Smoke is a Kitten Marlowe production. This episode was edited and produced by Kim Dalton and featured a theme song by Jake Pierle. You can find out more about us by visiting kittenmarlowe.com, signing up for our newsletter, or following us on socials. For Discord access, an exclusive behind-the-scenes show, and more, visit patreon.com/kittenmarlowe and join our coven of vampires, our Kitten Marlowe patrons, in supporting artist-driven storytelling. Thanks for listening.